type 2 diabetes. What is type 2 diabetes? Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened to my dad. That was like 6 months ago when he was diagnosed as type 2 diabetes. What happened, that was May on my mom's birthday, so I'm not gonna forget that. My sister and my dad end up going to the emergency room because he feel weak and he's been coughing last December. He started with cough and then the cough end up going back again, and so they end up going back to the emergency room. They already went to urgent care, and they give my dad an antibiotic, and they never diagnosed that my dad is diabetic at the urgent care. It's just a quick they just thought it's like a regular coughing, so they give him antibiotic. They never They test him for COVID, they test him for flu and everything, but it came out to be nothing. So we went back home, and after taking the antibiotics, my dad ended up getting better, but the coughing go back. So we went up to the emergency room, and after the emergency room, my dad never end up going to the hospital. So she spent 3 days because at the emergency room, that's when they found out that my dad sugar is almost 400. It is very, very high sugar. His blood sugar is 400. So anyway, so while we stayed at the emergency room while waiting for the um the hospital to get a bed for my dad. So they went there 7 o'clock. So I have to went there. My sister go home because she's pregnant. So I end up going to the emergency room and with my dad while waiting for the bed for the hospital to get bed for my dad. So the next day, the actually the ambulance pick us up to the emergency room. And actually my dad's heart also is very like doing like this instead of like this, not normal. um his heartbeat is going so fast, so they end up, and my dad's lungs is a little bit have water on it, so they give my dad medicine for that at the emergency room while we're waiting for the bed. So my dad keep peeing, like you pee the extra excess water on your lungs, so he keeps peeing and peeing. And then so the next day the ambulance pick drop us off to the hospital, so my dad get able to get bed. So they give my dad an insulin in there, and then they want the blood sugar 400 before you go home to go, to drop the blood sugar, because that's super high. My dad's A1C is 12, and I'm not I'm I believe the A1C need to be 5, so that's a normal A1C, and my dad is 12. So okay, so after that they give my dad a metformin, that's for the diabetes. 500 metformin, he takes it twice a day. And then the after that, the doctor give that insulin as well. He's taking before bed, he's taking 5 units of insulin, so he inject himself before bed. And then there's another insulin for the fast acting insulin. My dad shot 3 times for those, 3 units each, morning, lunch, and around 6 o'clock before meal. That's the fast acting insulin. And one 5 units before bed. So okay, after couple months we went back to the doctor, the uh, physician, and get a we my dad go to blood to get the blood test done, and then the A1C ended up being 10. So he's on 10 right now. So went down to 2 before, because when we end up going to the hospital, the A1C is 10. 12. Now it's 10. So it went down to 2. Um the doctor are not happy with the result. So instead of listening at people, okay? So it's very important. Instead of 500 metformin, they give that 1000 metformin. He takes it morning and evening, so twice a day for that 1000 metformin. And then instead of 5 units before of insulin, they give that 20 units. That's a long acting insulin. That's what he's taking right now. So at the moment, that's what my dad is doing. So two 1000 metformin. So this is the side effect that my dad is feeling now that he's diabetic. So he have a cramping every time, the stomach cramp, which is that's one of the result of taking the metformin. That's why a lot of people won't take metformin, because they get sick from taking it. So some people choose insulin instead of metformin. So cramping here, so we always have Tums, but it goes away. And then dizziness. My dad always have dizziness. And then guys, before, when my dad he feel weak too, like fatigue, like the first that always happened to my dad, we don't know that he was diabetic. He have cramps on the legs, because diabetic is, it will affect your nerves, neurocells. So that's why it will explain why my dad always have cramping on his legs. And it's also, you have to watch your eyesight, you guys, if you have diabetic, because some people lose their eyesight. So you have to go check for the eyesight and your cardiovascular as well, because your heart. Oh, also you guys, they give that um, for blood clot. So my dad is taking that pills as well, so my dad don't get blood clot, because I told you guys about his it start with A, you guys, like irregular heartbeat. He have those too, so that's why the doctor gave him that. So they check his ECG on his first appointment, and the doctor said his ECG is okay. So anyway, after that last appointment, my dad are gonna do another A1C test, which is blood test to check the A1C level of my dad. Once it goes down again, hopefully the insulin, my dad are not gonna take insulin, hopefully, if they goes down the A1C. His blood sugar, now that after my dad is taking the 1000 metformin, his blood sugar goes down drastically. Like sometimes it will go down to 88, 98. They never go up to 200. So it's like around 148. Sometimes that's the highest one. So just to give you guys an idea. And he was definitely on strict diet. He really know what he eat in the morning. I give you an idea. It's avocado, um, eggs is good for diabetic. Boiled eggs is also better. But and then guys, there is a keto bread as well that my dad, that you can buy, because it's less carbs. And I believe it's an Orowit bread brand. Orowit it's a keto bread. What is keto? If you want keto diet, because keto diet is low carbs and no sugar. So if you wanna get rid of your diabetes, and not a lot of fruit guys are good for you guys. The only fruit that you can eat is berries, like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, because that is the less sugar you can. Watermelon has a lot of sugar to it, pineapple, cantaloupe. So you think that one is good for you because it's fruit? No, because there's a sweet, especially watermelon guys. Don't eat watermelon if you have diabetic, okay? And bananas, it's not actually recommended for you to eat if you are diabetic. So what else? Cucumber is actually good for you guys too. There's also a peanut butter, the Justin brand. That's the nurse that recommend to my dad. And if you want, my dad is have this $7, like a little pack of brown sugar that the good for diabetic. Is I forgot the brand, but if you have question, comment down below, you guys. If you have an idea, I'm just sharing it to you guys. So, cause my sister actually back home is actually also a diabetic, so she is also type 2 diabetic, but she's not taking insulin, but her sugar is always higher than my dad because he's not taking insulin and he's not obviously not taking care of herself. Not like my dad. My dad are really scared to eat something that's bad for him. So his weighing now is, last appointment he weighed 100. My dad is weighing 148 right now. And he already lost quite a bit of weight. And he also walk. He ride a bike. Exercise walking guys is very important if you are diabetic. Even 30 minutes, you guys, after you eat. I heard, because I was in one, I was cashier at Walmart, and I always ask people when I know they're diabetic, because the way that food they I ask, so give me an idea. It's not because you're diabetic you're not gonna end up being low on sugar. It's very important to understand that as well, you guys. You can buy glucose candy, glucose, like it's a little candy looking thumbs that you can buy at Walmart. It's a glucose. So if your sugar go down to 50, you're gonna be feeling nauseous and dizziness and feel like you're passing out. Check your sugar, because you might have very low blood sugar, because it doesn't mean you're diabetic. Your sugar not gonna go down. It is very possible, you guys. Okay, so if you feel shaky, like dizziness, and you feel like going pass out, check your blood sugar real quick, because you might need glucose candy or something. Sodas give you, candy if you have candy. So my dad, I told my mom they need to do what if it happens. When my dad go down to 88, my mom actually give that a actually I on some research, I heard that chamomile tea. I'm not sure if I say it right. Obviously I might not. It's actually good for you to lower your blood sugar. So instead of drinking coffee, drink tea. It's good for you. What else? So if you have question, you guys, comment down below, you guys. I'm just trying to share what happened to my dad. My dad is 60 67. My dad is 67. My mom is 65. um when we went to the blood test, my mom have high cholesterol as well, so he's taking something for cholesterol. And he's actually losing 7 pounds already. So but he walk every day, and he's not really eating much either. So I guess the when you getting older, of course, obviously it's obvious, your body is just, you know, acting differently. So you guys take care of yourself, and like what I said, my mom walk every day for what, like an hour every day, you guys. She never miss. She's been doing walking every day for at least 4 years, 3 years now. So, but she still have high cholesterol. He's not really actually eating really much either. So I don't know. So anyway, you guys. So that's the type two. I'm gonna give you an update on my dad's next appointment. How much his A1C now? So at the moment he's at 10. Like what I said, the first thing that my dad happened is his heartbeat. Dizziness is one of those things that my dad feel before when we don't know that he was diabetic. Dizziness, fatigue, and then the nerve, like here in the legs, like cramping, and then hurt. Like you can totally, my dad said, you can touch it, and it hurts, and we don't know that it's because of diabetic already. So if you're feeling that type of stuff, and then the stomach cramp, he's been feeling that too. So if you feel like that kind of that I mentioned, if you have those things that I mentioned, go ahead and go do. It's cheap to go get your blood tests done to go the A1C. You can go to Sonora Quest to get your, or go to any clinic, and I'm sure they can request you a blood work for your A1C if you're wondering if you're diabetic or not, or just in case you can buy like my dad's have the thing that you poke yourself and you test your blood. Maybe that's, you can do that too. It's very cheap at Walmart. I think it's like $40 or something. You can test your blood sugar every day if you want, just to make sure, you know. I think it's very accurate actually. Not anyway, you guys, hope you have a good day, and yeah, type 2 diabetes is not a joke, but because most more than likely you're gonna deal with it for the rest of your life, unless you kind of reversed it. If you're still young, you can reverse it, no problem. It's just definitely strict diet, um low on carbs, of course no sugar at all. But some people, some of my customers, they've been having the diabetic for 30 years and 20 years. A lot of people here in the United States is diabetic, guys, actually. So it's pretty much like a normal sickness here already. So um just take care of yourself, guys. I'm trying not to. I actually losing some weight as well. I think I lose 7 8 pounds since my dad diagnosed. I'm thinking about them, so it definitely lose me some weight. My workmate asking me why you're losing weight. They might notice that I'm like 110 pounds right now, you guys. And my one I'm 120 before my dad gets sick, and my mom. And I'm gonna also talk about my what happened to my mom the same month when it happens to my dad. So that's the reason why I kind of not doing YouTube channel not much, because yeah, um what happened to my parents, they both get sick at the same time. So but thank goodness my mom is getting better now. um he ended up, we're suspecting that what happened to my mom is the allergy. So if you're interested on that, I'm gonna give you the medicine that my mom, oh my god, that is the scariest thing ever. My mom got very bad allergy to where we end up going to the urgent care 3 times and 2 emergency rooms. So it's not a joke problem with my mom. It's a bad allergy. Literally her face is like swollen red. We don't know. He will suffer that for 2 months, more than that, and then they go back and forth. Finally, that urgent care. I'm gonna show you the medicine, guys. If you're interested, comment down below. But it's important that It's a very good medicine. My mom always have those now. Uh, that medicine. Every time he feels like itching, he will put it already right away. So he was there. So anyway, you guys, hope you have a good day, and I'm going to bed already. So I'm tired, as you can tell on my voice. I need to sleep because I'm going to work tomorrow, my Friday tomorrow, and my kids are going to school tomorrow. I'm gonna be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, you guys, my face, I can. Sometimes I get like pimples here every time I have a monthly period, but other than that, I think my face is doing good right now. I finally taking care of a little bit. I'm doing a moisturizer now. Before I don't. I never put anything on my face, but I'm gonna try the moisturizer to moisturize your skin, and I think I can see the difference. So if I were you guys try the moisturizer, any brand might do the same. I buy a little bit expensive. It's like $40. But look at that. I didn't put anything. I put moisturizer last night, but it still kind of moisturized my skin because my skin is dry. So anyway, you guys, hope you have a good day, and bye bye.